Hello, everyone. We are the Magical Macaronis, and our product is the Stand-Up Comedian AI, which generates jokes based on user phrases. Our group consists of Adam, Ajay, Aidan, Shreyas, Arnav, and William. Now, with our project, we challenged ourselves to make the impossible possible, an AI with a sense of humor. Did we succeed? Yes, we did succeed. It made us laugh a lot, and our laugh count during the project was exactly 2,536. And I'm guaranteed that this product will make you laugh so much until your pasta falls off your plate. Now let's talk about the importance of humor. Laughter has profound health benefits, improving heart health, immunity, and stress management. Our goal was to create an AI that could generate comedy and humor to bring more laughter. Teaching computers comedy is complex, but connecting concepts in surprising ways has humor potential. We're excited to share how our stand-up comedian AI creates jokes to spur more hilarity and levity. Now, this is our roadmap for our project. First, our data sets used. After that, we're going to talk about our final model and then what problems we had with our model. And then we're going to have a live demo for our website and then talk about the challenges faced and future improvements for our AI. So what data sets did we use? One dataset we utilized was the Fraser Jokes dataset from Hugging Face. It contains over 232,000 jokes scraped from various websites on the internet. The condensed 22 megabyte size made it feasible to train AI models. This large labeled collection of jokes provided useful data for our models to learn the structure and formulas behind different joke types. Another model we used, another data set we used was the Jester Jokes collection from Kaggle. It contains over 1.7 million rated jokes from the Jester Joke Recommender. The jokes are generally cleaner than Fraser, making this a useful training source. The large sample of labeled jokes gave our models ample data to learn comedic structures and patterns.
So we trained a variety of models, and the best model that we had was our Jokes GPT. So we fine-tuned it from a pre-trained model called GPT to Jokes, and we combined the Fraser and Jester jokes to give more accurate as well as less explicit jokes. And for people who are curious about the training parameters, it's listed here. And we also trained it with a multi-GPU factor, and due to this, training time only took about 10 minutes, and some of the downsides are explicitness and slight grammar issues. So here we have a graph comparing the AI joke models. So these are the 4 AI models that we used to train our comedian AI. Here we have Distilled GPT, GPT Neo, Chrome GPT, and Jokes GPT. And at the top, you can see there's a table describing the perplexity, which is how humans are able to understand AI language, and the lower it is, the better. And here's the loss of how it describes how well the AI is able to perform our task of creating jokes. And the lower is the better. And here we had the explicitness, which our Jokes GPT has a 12%. We're still working to fine tune the explicitness. And the perplexity is 1.01, and the loss is 0.001, which we have fine tuned and perfected to create jokes. So these are some outputs generated by our Jokes GPT. So we have a prompt, what do you call and it generates, what do you call a cow in a wheelchair? A cow cart. We also have another prompt, why did the chicken cross the road? Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side.
So in our website, we've got three main aspects. One, the dashboard, and that's where we can see all the parameters and hyperparameters we use to fine tune our model in order to get the best accuracy as possible. We have a model where we can generate the jokes, obviously. So when you type a specific input in, you can type it with a specific randomness or temperature, and it will generate the joke in that fashion. We have a feed where the jokes generated by other people can be viewed. So if you like a joke, you can simply add to feed, and other people can then see the jokes you have generated. So let's gear up for a live demo. So we have our website here, which generates AI jokes, and we can toggle to any of these. So let's first toggle to the dashboard. So in our dashboard, we have all these hyperparameters we used, again, as I mentioned earlier, that will train our model. In this case, our best model turned out to be this one, and we had a very low validation loss, is almost negligible, and our training loss again was also negligible. And we used about 6 epochs, and this is our graph. So this is what should be expected, that with the training loss and the validation loss decay with exponential rate. And if we can toggle between our different models, different variations of the models. So this one is our second best model with a bit higher validation loss, and this is the curve displaying the validation loss and training loss with respect to the number of epochs. We have our third model, which is good. Fourth model, which is not the best. You can see it's quite high, and you can see that the validation loss and the training loss are quite steady, which is not supposed to happen. And model 5 is pretty much one of the worst models we generated in this camp. It's basically training loss and validation loss were about the same, and that's quite bad. Going on to our model, we can input our input phrase here. So let's input the most standard joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? And let's just set the randomness to, let's say, I don't know, like 8%. And let's see what happens. So why did chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. I'm sure all of you will be laughing your heads out currently. Yeah. So would the audience like to give their own input phrases? We can write.
Okay.
You can unmute or type in the chat. A guy walks into a bar. The best instructor is, oh, okay. Okay. Let's say, I don't know, what did Captain America say to Iron Man? So what did Captain America say to Iron Man? And let's keep it at 8%. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to get shot again. A very funny joke. And we can, if you like this enough, we can add to feed, and it will be displayed in our feed tab here, which I'll show after. And so this is what our feed is currently showing. It shows all the jokes we generated and that we thought were the best. So let's learn more jokes. And yeah, these are all the jokes we have. Let's try one more joke. Let's see the bar one. Let's try a guy walks into a bar. So our model can do this sometimes. We just have to wait till it loads. Okay, I think we've added too many jokes in, so that's why it's not able to generate the joke at this time. But we'll move on to our team members. So this is the Magical Macaroni's team members, and we must, of course, give credit to our team who have contributed big time to this project. So we've got Spencer, who is our team lead, and our AI engineer, who's Adam, and our data scientist, who's Ajay, and Aidan, who's our software developer, and me as the machine learning engineer, and Arnav as our logo designer, who unfortunately was not able to make it today. And last of all, William as our AI engineer.
Okay, so let's wait for them to, or do we still have the presentation? Good. Sorry for the interruption, guys.
Okay, on to the challenges faced. Of course, as with any great project, there were a multitude of challenges and problems along the way. The first was the learning curve. We had to quickly learn and grasp the concepts of AI, machine learning, and web development to understand how to make this product. The second was making the model. Generating the right model required putting in the work, finding the right data set. So as the previous slides discussed, it was a challenge in of itself. And the third and final one was quality of the jokes. Starting from the very beginning of the training of the model and still ongoing now, the final challenge is the quality of the jokes we generate. We've made a multitude of solutions towards stopping explicitness and generating better jokes. So it's up to you to determine if we succeeded at this. A little more detail on explicitness. We fine-tune the model on a cleaner joke data set, and we also apply an explicitness remover after joke generation.
So future improvements and uses. So our website is developed such that it's essentially a basic framework in which you can simply generate jokes for yourself. But there are a variety of areas to which our model can be applied and our website can be further developed. And the items here are organized in manners that descends based on how tangible and practical they are to being more hypothetical and imaginative. So the first is an account system to simply allow users to create an account and actually save and create their own feed so that they can return to the website and review and look over jokes that they've saved. The next is using reinforcement learning to further decrease the explicitness of the model, as I'm sure that as from your own use of the website and the model, there's some defective cases of the model producing explicit jokes, even though the filter was present. There's also connecting the model to Discord as a bot. You could interact with the model through Discord and ask it in a chat to produce a joke. Simply adding multilingual support, social media integration, creating, say, a Twitter account or another social media account that's automated, such that it creates jokes on its own and sends or tweets them out at certain intervals throughout the day. Aiding comedians in creating comedy and producing jokes if they're struggling, contributing to writing and entertainment, say dedicated comedy shows, cartoons, and even virtual assistant integration. Say if you're feeling particularly down one day and you want to just hear a joke, you can ask Alexa or Google Home to produce a joke, and it will call upon our model to produce one. And so again, the virtual assistant integration is quite hypothetical, but our model was able to actually garner over 200 downloads in a mere span of 24 hours. So who knows?
Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We are the Magical Macaronis. This is one of our logos, and this is our comedian AI logo. Does anybody have any questions?